Hey guys, and welcome back to my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Um, when we last left off, we had just gotten into the vault area of Sorcerer's Sundries in Lower City. So we're going to finish up there. And I think we're going to take on Shadowheart's companion quest next, and go to the House of Grief. But before we get started, as always, if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so for free on Twitch by giving me a follow, and for free on YouTube by giving me a subscribe. If you'd like to help me out financially, there is a link down below to just do an outright Streamlabs donation, or if you'd like to become a Patreon or patron over on Patreon, there's a link down there for that too. Patrons get exclusive access to a once per month Q&A post/video combo, so check that out if you're interested. As always, I have an unusual stream schedule. Best way to get a heads up on when I'm going to be streaming next is to follow me on Twitter at oldmaidgames. I tend to post about 3 to 4 hours before I'll be going live, so follow me on there if you'd like that heads up. Now, as for my next stream, it's kind of up in the air because my area is kind of like on the fence about whether it's going to be affected by the tropical storm that's coming through. So it's like basically look out for it in the next like 2 days. I could be affected, so I don't know if I'll be streaming on the next 2 days or not. Because if it's like windy and thunderstormy and you know just like flood watchy, I'll probably not going to be streaming because chances are my stream might get interrupted anyway due to the bad weather. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, and I'll give you heads up when I'm going to be streaming next. Okay, let me adjust the sound of my headphones a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we had just teleported down here, and a bunch of pieces. You see these things? All these things have like protective, like invisible floors, basically, like leap of faith floors. So don't worry about falling off the edge. Is there anything in here? No. Maybe. No. Okay, there's another chest over here. There's not. Hold on. Just a seat a little bit. Okay.
Someone there?
So start and lockpick this.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay. What is in there? Reunite's final strategies.
Quite some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages.
Okay, so I got an Artistry of War. This is a big, good scroll. And I'm going to pick it up. I can sell the book for a boatload, I think. Yeah, 2,000. Historians. Okay. That's it in this room. Right, so let's go
Ah,
there.
cursed to put my hands on everything. Very well.
Okay, these are all... Yeah, these are both lockpicked.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch it.
Should be easy.
Historians. Get these lockpicked. I think I'm actually going to just keep Astarion as my selected character for now, because place has a lot of traps. There's got to be a lever. I was like, I know there's more to this place. Because there's a lot of traps in this place. Okay, see this portal is where you would normally come in. So if you come in via the, like the sneak second floor portal, you cannot access what I just did because the lever's on the other side. Let's,
Something over there.
it's the shadow part. I'm not gonna use that. Shadow part, I'm gonna use that potion. I'll use this potion. That potion. Fire shield, I'm not going to use. Give that to shadow part to sell.
Let's see.
Storage and sorting of scrollwork, parchment, and tomes.
Okay.
I'll just help myself.
Kind of skirting the outside edges. I will use this, so I'll pick that up. Okay. Oh, there is a button here, so never mind. There is a button. But you do have to
Yes,
pass a check
let's.
to be able to see it. Whoop, it's saving for some reason. I'm not sure why. Use my star. I can keep that. There's another scroll shelf. I'm not going to use that, so Shadowheart can do that to sell. This is okay. Door. Some more locked boxes. Okay. This one. Wall of ice. Probably won't use that, so I'll give it to Shadowheart. Irresistible dance, I will not use it. Give that to Shadowheart. Okay.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Leroican.
Okay, so I had the key to that. Let's get that back too. And let's put all the stuff in this alchemy pouch. Okay. This is in my scroll pouch. This is in my potion pouch. So I'm going to separate from the group here because we have a bunch of traps.
Be careful. There are traps about. Be careful. There are traps about.
Crap ton of traps about.
Be careful. There are traps about.
And this is why you want Astarion. So he has I gave him the Dungeon Delver feat. If you do have Astarion in your group, I do recommend, and you do plan to have him in your party often for lockpicking or whatever, then I do recommend getting the Dungeon Delver feat for him, because it ups his trap perception and something else. I think his trap perception and trap avoidance, maybe?
A vault like this must be hiding something valuable.
Okay, he did fail a perception check there. But I think, all the plates that would trigger anything else. So. Okay, so you see there's an Elminster door, a Silverhand door, a Karsus door. That's locked. I can go in there. That's locked. So your only option is to go into the Silverhand door. Now, in my inventory, I have these books. So these are different schools. Okay, let's just go into the Silverhand door since that's our only option. I think those books give you the
Be
clues.
careful. There are traps about.
Okay, there's more traps. Let's just go ahead and disarm them all. And I was standing on a vent, so that as well. Okay, so if you see, we got a door here called Evocation, Illusion, Transmutation, and Abjuration. So, let's see, this is Abjuration. Banish, prevent, safeguard, stop short. Wards, counterspells, displace. Oh, I can't remember. Let's just try the doors. Okay. I cannot.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out.
It's, demon. And silver. I think silver might be where we want to go. The other door names are not inspiring confidence. Oh, no. Disarm. Disarm. Skirt room. Yeah, see, as you saw, I appeared on this little plate. And, like, I couldn't disarm it while I was on it. And then when I stepped off it, it basically triggered the trap. So, just have to go around and disable these. Okay, so silver. Let's try this. Ooh. There are traps in here.
Oh dear.
Traps in
Someone's
here.
left a trap out for us.
Okay, so we did go the right way. So abjuration, and then silver. Leads us to this room.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out. Someone's left a trap out for us.
This is...
Unlock hereby the path to the Carsus vault.
Okay. So that is a lever. So I don't think we can directly go to the Carsus vault. I think I want to go wild now. I do not think I want shadow, and I do not think I want demons. So let's go to the wild door. Aha, see? Do you see there's my party? It brought me back to the beginning. So that is the Carsus door. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, Carsus door's next, and then Elminster's last. So you have to go through the Carsus door to be able to get to the Elminster door. Carsus vault. Okay, I don't have to do any puzzles in here. Just loot. Some weapons. Weapons around. Some scrolls. Let's see. It's to Shadowheart. It's to Shadowheart. I'll take this. These sunbeam scrolls. There's another scroll. Is it? Basically, it's a radiant damage scroll.
Into my pocket.
You will want to make sure you keep those. If you are going to want to get the Orphic Hammer, because they will come in handy if you are going to be doing the Orphic Hammer, not agreeing with Raphael. Like if you're not going to do Raphael's treatment, you want to get it. Okay. Alright, let's pick this up.
A book on Netherese magic. Gale might like to know.
Yes, so we'll give it that. We'll talk to him at camp. Alright, so let's clean up the inventory from all I just picked up. Let's put this here. Okay, let's give this to Karlak. And then I think I have just a ton of these. So I'll give these all to Karlak for her to sell. Okay. Right. Is there anything I need to do? I think so. So does Elminster's automatically just unlock now? I cannot remember what I have to do. Do I have to go through here again? Let's look at my books. So I think enchantment. So I need to go back through here. I think. Maybe. So that's illusion. So I can't do enchantment. Enchantment's not an option. Illusion. We'll just take these. So silver. Okay, so that brought me back. Okay, so it's not illusion, and it's not abjuration. Invocation. It's another one of these. So I'm going to immediately head this way.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
I do remember the items. So might be. Oh yeah, they're right back. Gate, invulnerability, foresight, wish. I don't necessarily like that wish has a health bar like the others don't. Makes me worried. I don't think it's invulnerability. I don't think it's foresight. Is it gate? Try gate. Oh no, I'm back here. Okay, so evocation. Invulnerability. Nope. Nope. Well, this is why I disabled traps, so I don't have to worry about spawning into this. What's evocation? Evocation. Foresight. Let's try this. Maybe the wish. Yeah, I guess the wish was a clue. Evocation. And wish. Oh, you know what it is? That had an open door icon on it. These have a low to area icon on it. Okay. Right.
Traps. How considerate.
Nope, 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 nope.
Traps. How
I
considerate.
want to go stand on it. Do that. I left clicked on it instead of right clicking on it. Okay.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Okay, and this should be it to Elminster's.
Unlock hereby the path to the Elminster Vault.
Okay, is there anything else that's lever? Doesn't look like it, so let's click this on. Alright, now go. Gate. Gate brought me back to the beginning. No, it didn't. Oh, illusion. Illusion will bring me back to the beginning. Yeah, there we go. So now Elminster's thing is passed. I'm actually going to toggle my group here because I don't think I have any more. Oh, I do have some more things.
This door named after a wizard of renown. The annals must be behind Carsus's door.
Okay, yeah, I already know that. Okay, I'm going to toggle my group back here. Oh. Let's return. I thought there might be another trap room in here, but there's not. So let's go back to the Elminster Vault. The reason I want people with me is because there's going to be curse in here. You can avoid the curse by not taking the cursed item, but let's see. When you deal fire damage with a level spell, you burn yourself and gain an additional. I don't know why I would want that, but I'll pick that up. I'll check it out in closer detail in a minute. Those orbs of invisibility or invincibility, I think they're really good on the high difficulties, but I tend to not feel like I need to waste a turn using a scroll for that. What's this? It's lock picked. Okay. Okay, so as you saw, he just got cursed with this withering. Constitution scores reduced by 5 while cursed. So I think I can do a remove curse, but first let's pick it up. Can I pick it up? Oh, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Pick up. Go. Now let's. Whoop. Might get in here. Let's get
I wonder what the next move is.
Remove curse. Remove curse from. Start. Okay, now that withering. No, it's not this withering spell. There's another spell that you decurse that can basically mess you up. Okay, so this is another expensive book. That's why I picked it up. Okay. Let's examine this hat. Did I accidentally drop it? What did I do with it? I have to go to camp and see who I ended up giving that to by accident. Okay, so that's it for the vaults. As you saw, there is a lot of loot down here. This is where you need to go to continue Gale's companion quest.
I'll give it a shot.
As you can see, there's the way to get out. There is only this portal out. I don't think there's a return button pedestal down here. So this portal will basically take you to a trespassing room. I'm not going to do that. So if you want to avoid having to sneak out, just go to your mind. You're going to have to go to this portal. For some reason I was thinking you could teleport out of here. Okay, so you see the self theft. Okay, so I think you can do you can teleport out from here. So let's just go out to the wall back here. Yeah. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so this we can have a starting cell. That needs to go to Gale. This we can have the starting cell. These are all cell. Okay, we are going to be so loud here. Camera over. Okay, we're going to do a long rest because what we are doing next. I'm trying to think actually.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with Archduke.
Yeah, there's 2 fights.
What's he got to say for himself?
There's 2 fights. Especially, I don't need to do long rest, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to camp anyway. And let's talk to Gale. He wants to talk.
First in my heart.
The Annals of Carsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. If the crown atop the Elder Brain was truly forged by Carsus himself, this book will confirm it. All we have to do is turn the page.
Give him the book.
That devil Raphael was telling the truth. There's no doubt. The crown of Karsus is what's controlling the Elder Brain. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood.
Okay, designed for self-destruction, more like Death's Crown kill Karsus.
Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it.
We already know the crown's dangerous. Wouldn't that make things worse?
Worse? It could be the best thing that ever happened to me. To us. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them.
You think Mistra will let you do this?
I don't know. Ao does not look kindly on gods meddling in mortal affairs. She may have no choice but to stand by and let events unfold. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor.
Okay, thought you're past this kind of temptation. You know exactly what overreaching leads. Because, he was basically thought he knew better than Mistra, and that's how he got the, like, black hole in his chest to begin with, so...
Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself. Just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Karsus lacks some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mistra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Karsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it.
Okay. I'm not gonna do the wizard option. I'm just gonna go.
I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. Spent so long feeling inferior, shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mistra took. Cure me, even.
Let's see, you're still destined for greatness, but you won't find it chasing Karsus' shadow.
You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Whatever comes of this, we cannot allow the crown to be reforged in Raphael's image. A devil wielding the might of Karsus. It would be the end of everything.
Yeah, well, we can agree on that at least, Gale. Okay, and I think he still wants to talk. Oh no, Elminster's here.
Elminster?
Oh, hello,
Appeared out of
my
nowhere.
boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there?
Yeah, we found the Annals of Karsus. Proved an enlightening read.
So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
Stay silent. Yeah.
Mistra's willing to speak to me again? Was this your doing, Elminster?
She knows what I see in you, just as I know what she sees in you. I was not born an old man. I know all too well what it's like to have a goddess fill your heart with longing. Looking at you is like gazing into a mirror that shows
Does that mean
centuries long past.
Means that Elminster used to be
The
Mistress's
past is
lover?
the past, Elminster. And the future is, well, still to be decided. By me. Not by Mistra.
If there is another way, I trust you can find it. It is not in your nature, or mine, to stop looking, to accept the first answer to any dilemma. Do what you can. Put that mind to work. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Okay. Alright, now we need to talk to Gale again.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it.
Let's see. What do you think she wants to say?
Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards.
Yeah, let's go.
After you.
I need to have him in my party.
How can I help?
Join me.
Would that I could. But your entourage is full. You'll need to make room for me first.
Okay, we're just gonna take Shadowheart's place.
Back in the thick of things at last. Oh, how exciting.
And he does need to level up, I'm sure. Yeah. Needs to get this final level in him. Death, sure, why not? Sunbeam, sure, why not? Do not like this disintegrate. Give it a phantasm killer. Let's get Sunbeam. Still have a variety of spell types for you. Why do I still have Witch Bolt? I don't need Witch Bolt. Do I have any necrotic? Doesn't look like it, so let's get a necrotic in there. Just alert. Yeah, sure, alert. Not gonna spend that long in here, but it's not in my party that long. Alright, and I do need to look at this. Now, who did I give that hat to? Menthar. Good Hadrian. Okay, what's this hat? Examine is what I wanted to do. Okay, so when I deal fire damage with a leveled spell, so it can't be a cantrip. Burn myself. Burn. I'm not gonna put on a hat that gives myself damage. Stupid hat. Okay. So let's leave camp. Go to the tabernacle.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with
What did it say?
Archduke
Temple. Okay, so we need to go to Basilisk Gate.
Time to press ahead.
In here. That's Mistress Statue. That's where we need to go.
It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
Statue of Mishra.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mistra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
My staff's just
The
blocking.
old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic, as though the weave itself were coursing beneath her stony skin.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mistra, wherever she may be.
Well, go on then. It's rude to keep a goddess waiting.
Starting something to say.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mistra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
You're ready.
Am I?
Yep.
You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
You know what you're going to say to her?
During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go.
Okay. Let's, don't give anything away, just find out what she has to say.
You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mistress show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep, you look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Okay. Now he has something to say.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time.
How do you feel now you've done it?
Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite Weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
It's all too easy to miss things when we're blinded by desire.
True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus.
Yeah, then we need to take this chance you deserve to be cured.
Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
Okay. So that's his companion quest. I'm pretty sure done until the end of the game. Yes, so... So yeah, he just needs to collect crown for Mestre now. Before we go back to camp and switch out party members, I want to go check and see if Damon has a better light crossbow. Light crossbows, like something that only my the weaker of my.
His vision has cost a pretty penny.
Damon's all the way over here. But if I don't do it now, I'll forget. So let's go do it now.
Makes me wonder how they knew the storm.
Oh, you can tell all sorts with technology these days.
Today yet, mate? Yeah. This is...
He's a bit of all right.
Also sell some stuff while I'm here.
What can I do for you?
Let's take a look at your wares.
Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
Okay. Alright. Now he has a warhammer. That. That's a short bow. Can't use a short bow. It has to be a light crossbow for all of my party members that didn't upgrade. So that heavy crossbow. Pretty sure I sold that to Enrith, but just not a lot of light crossbows. All right, well let's sell them some stuff. Does not have enough cash for that. These are the same price. Okay. And actually, the rest of the stuff is with, Shadowheart. Let's go back over. Okay. Alright, so let's, go to camp. Let's pick Shadowheart back up.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
Okay, join me.
I'd join you, but things are looking a tad crowded. You'll need to make room for me.
Gale could do with the rest.
Lead the way, then.
I basically love how I, like, pick up Gale and then immediately be like, oh, he needs a rest. Come on, Shadowheart. Okay, so let's here. Sit back here. Go. Alright. So let's leave camp. They should let me take a look at my spells. You know what? Let's do a long rest, just to get my spell slots back. Okay. Does anybody need to talk to me? Let's get Starian.
Private word would be nice.
Give him some feed.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mistra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course. I was so hoping you'd say that. Until later, then.
Okay. Oh, let's talk to the Night Song. Let's talk to Dame Aelin.
Ah, ally mine. We are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
So I think you can actually have Aelin come help you with that fight if you like tell her about it, but I've never told her because I was always worried that she would like get trapped or something, like in that circle he had. So
he did, and it came. Now, my friend, bask in your victory. I will do the same. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
with our powers combined, I am Captain Planet. No, okay. So they leave now, but they become your allies in the fight. I don't know if it's... Yeah. So we now have another set of allies.
If not
in the form
over,
of,
then through.
Dame Aelin and the Selûnite enclave. So, okay, let's see. A lot of meat. So that, it just took a while for that thing to pop up as the ally thing. Okay, doesn't look like anybody needs us, so let's leave camp again. Okay, and for this fight, not that one, not that one, not that one. Do you have it? No. Gosh, is it in camp? Did I leave it in camp by accident? I might have. I don't have it on me, so I might have. Unless I have it on me. Do I have it on me? No. 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 Nope. me go to camp. I really hope I haven't sold it.
What's in here?
It is a ring I think I picked up in either late Act 1 or early Act 2. Is this it? No. Okay, let's see. Search. Please tell me I haven't sold it. Did I put it on somebody else? I've sold it. I actually freaking sold it. Oh my god, okay. Now, was it a ring or was it a necklace? I'm going to check necklaces just to see. God, I cannot find it. Checking the rings. Is there anything? Ring patterns, hats, staves. Gosh. Headgear, was it? No, what headgear? Let's do type. Sorry, type. Okay, it is. It's not in my camp supplies. Crap. Let's do necklaces. Check necklaces just to be sure. It's a knife. That's her specific. Okay. Alright, so it's not there. Okay. That's healing ward. That's some saving throw stuff. I'm gonna send that to camp because I'm not using that. That's Arcana and Religion check. Let me open my camp supply pack just in case I've accidentally put some jewelry in here. I don't think I can put jewelry in here, but I was checking. Okay, so it's not there. Necklace has Misty Step. Here it is. Oh my god. I'm sure if somebody saw it, knew what I was looking for and saw it. Okay, so this is a the Shadow Hearts quest. There's going to be a lot of kind of blindness stuff thrown in there. That battle, and so this ring prevents somebody from being blinded. Now, all this, it's like a fog, like an area of fog. If you are in the fog, you have a very short range of both spells and melee attacks. Like, you have to be right up on somebody to be able to hit them. If you are on one side of the fog and somebody's either in the fog or on the other side of the fog blocks your line of sight, and so you have to be really close to be able to do that. You need to have something to prevent blindness. There's also a helmet you can get, but the order I like to do things, I don't get until later. So I want to make sure that I can get somebody with this ring on, and I'm trying to determine if it would be best to have somebody who has good melee range or who's going to be casting spells. You know what, let's do Harry. Let's have him do spells. So that's insight. I don't need the insight right now. So I'm going to put this here. Alright, let's leave camp. so I didn't need to come to camp, but that scared me. I had sold that ring by accident at some point in my playthrough. Right, so let's talk to you. Let's try and sell you some stuff.
What can I do for you? Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
So it does not look like his gold has reset. So I can only sell him some of these scrolls. So this one. It's a 900 something one. 900 something. So this one. Go. That's good enough for now. Alright, so now I'm going to teleport to Baldur's Gate. Oh, we have done a long rest. Let's get a new newspaper.
You want a copy of this rag? Gold. Make it quick. Works great as toilet paper if you run out.
Let's take a peek at it. Grey Harbor pollution. Let's see. Fight the absolute threat at home. Conscription plan scrapped thanks to Stillwater reserves. Okay. Fist refused to investigate sewer stench reports again. Chef Rover gives kitchen pest control advice. Okay. So, nothing quite about Lorican yet, doesn't seem like. Because that's what we did yesterday, so maybe it hasn't been printed yet. Okay, so...
It's like a tingle in my spine I can't shake.
I actually need to go through this park.
It's peaceful.
This, Shadowheart quest line is up there in that building, and that's called the House of Grief.
Living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
It's a restricted area. Top security.
All these people.
Before we get in the building.
Oh, God. What if it is malevolent? What if it's out to get us?
The elf.
I want to go into this. Let's see what we have. Okay, so that's per target kind of thing. Light. I don't know for this fight if that's a better choice. Oh, that scroll of blubber. Oh. Circle of Death. That's a good one. Oh. I'm pulling out these really high level AoE scrolls. And we are just gonna AoE bomb the hell out of people in this fight coming up. Because this fight can easily overwhelm. Okay, so that's, I'll save the disintegrates because those are a single target. That you can easily be overwhelmed in this fight. So I do recommend I'll put the fireball out just in case it's easier to fly. I do recommend getting a game plan together. My gust of wind is in there, also this gust of wind spell, I don't need it. My Storm's a good AoE one. But the freezing sphere, I don't tend to use the sphere ones. For some reason, I don't tend to like them all that much. Sleet Storm is actually good in this fight because there are some casters. The casters are the ones who cast the little darkness fog, and so if there's like a lot of it out, if you can get a Sleet Storm off, it may it breaks concentration of the caster, so it can free up some like the sunbeam we are going to keep for a different fight. So it can free up some ease to in the walls, which is not free up some like of the area of darkness to have your other characters have a better line of sight to do their attacks. Okay, so let's get going. I think we get stopped at some point for a conversation. Maybe. Maybe not.
Greetings. Do you seek help? You are in the right place.
Let's check the mail. What are you talking about? These people actually check their mail. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, there's a book. Are they saving? Okay.
Seems simple enough.
This book. Okay, there is
I bet that'll fit in my pack.
herbology stuff here, or alchemy stuff. Here, we're actually going to head inside.
The House
this
of Grief
person?
welcomes you. Welcome to the House of Grief. Or perhaps welcome is the wrong word, Shadowheart. There's been some debate whether you'd even show up and face the consequences of your actions. I assumed you tried to flee, like a craven.
Spare me your venom. I'm sure the Mother Superior will have plenty of her own.
All in due time. As I said, in due time. First, you submit to the mapping of the heart. Only then can we know what is to be done with you.
Remain silent.
Follow me. Have a seat. The mapping will begin shortly.
Alright, so you need to sit here.
You seek to be unburdened, yes? The mapping of the heart can reveal the way. Yet, there is another here whose need is great.
That voice. Allow me. I think I'm supposed to do this.
Okay. So we're going to let Shadowheart sit on the bench instead of us.
Do you know why you are here?
There is something I lost. No. Had taken from me. My family. My life. I want it all back.
Loss is a gift, girl. Do you still not understand that? Now give me the true answer. What is your purpose in being here?
Remain silent.
The artifact. I was sent to retrieve it. At any cost.
And who tasked you with this mission?
The Mother Superior of It's you.
Give me the honor of my name. In full.
I can't. My memories...
I know what's in that head of yours better than you do, girl. My name.
Mother Superior... Lyconia Devere.
You still have the wits to recognize your betters. Good. Now descend. You have much to answer for.
An astral projection? Very clever. I'll stay on my toes around this one.
Okay. So that opened up this little pathway here. Why are we all jumping around? Okay. There's any loot in this upper area. You can crack this wall to get into a room over here without the key. But to be honest, you get keys to this room after the battle, so I don't see the point in lock picking. Let's look in this open crate though. Might as well. There we go, Shadowheart, some stuff to carry. Okay. Here. Like I said, you will be getting keys to the other rooms.
A whole stolen childhood spent in these halls. The Mother Superior must be close. Soon this will all be over.
Keep going. The Mother Superior's expecting you.
Going that way. As you
And
can see, there's
embraced
a
by
group
Lady
here,
Shah beneath an extinguished sun. All
group here.
burdens shall be lifted.
There's some people
All
over
pains
this back
forgotten.
wall area.
We shall be free.
Free from light.
So she's giving like a preachy sermon now. So
Lady Shah shall restore us to our purest form.
you can see more people back here now.
They already heard how you disgraced yourself before Lady Shah. How she marked you as the enemy. But it is quite another thing for them to see it for themselves. I am very glad you decided to return. A cautionary tale such as yours will be studied by Lady Shah's initiates for years to come. But perhaps I can make a case for some small measure of mercy. Give me the artifact, and I can at least make this quick.
Enough. I don't answer to you. Not anymore. I'm here for my family. That's right. I know what you did. And it's not going to be quick.
This is your family. And now you have turned your back on it. The artifact was your last chance to prove yourself. And you squandered it.
Keep silent.
You there! Surrender this one to me now, and you can consider Lady Shah's forces your allies in the battles to come.
I do not know what happens if you accept this and you have already gotten the Selûnites on your side, because Shah and Selûnites are kind of like in battle.
As you like.
But yeah.
Lilala! For sure!
Okay. Everybody's got on top of the initiation rolls because we think I've gotten everybody that feat or gotten some kind of bonus to initiation rolls. Okay. So Starian's first. So this is where scrolls come in because like he doesn't really have a good AoE. So Starian, you're going to be getting the Circle of Deaths. And I'll get everybody here in this. Into the Circle of Deaths. Go. And I kind of want to move him to there. Because you kind of want to, like after the initial scroll put downs, you kind of want to, start bottlenecking everybody. Because they're all going to start coming this way. So let's end that turn. Alright, let's get, actually let's do level 4. Should I do Cloud Kill? Should I do Ice? It's actually the same amount of damage, and then I also might get some slippage. Or some hard to walk slipping. There we go. Alright, so let's start moving back that way.
This is gonna feel good.
Alright, now Karlak. Let's give you Circle of Death. See, she has these, but I think these do not do as wide of an area as these scrolls. So for this fight, we're gonna keep with the scrolls. Nope, not go that way. So it has to be circled around a target. What does this do again? Massive inch around a creature. Okay, so yeah. So I've already got some people dying up in there. I'm not gonna worry about friends.
Knees high.
Now. Okay, and then Shadowheart. Let's insect swarm it up. Insect swarm. Okay, we got some more people dying, which is good. Okay.
I am Lady Shah's instrument.
She's gonna dash
You
towards
cannot
us.
win.
She has Wayward Heart on her. That's automatically quickly hit by her attacks. Okay, if she manages to get it. Oh, there you go, prone.
Dark Lady's must die.
So I got these people coming in from the sides. So that cloud kill is person in the back. But as you can see, there's just like I've already had like
Lady Shah's
7
will
people
shall
die.
be
And
done. Sure as
here.
night shall fall.
So. Okay, yeah. So these people are all blinded now.
The Night Singer shall prevail.
Oh. Okay, so that they actually ran into the insect plague, which stopped them. Okay. So I think, yeah, this guy has the concentration on him. I'm gonna actually come stab this guy. my turn.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Trying to decide what to do with these guys. Let me there we go. Oh, that provides opportunity of attack. Don't want that. Okay, let's do a cloud kill here.
Fuck yes.
Okay, let's
Ooh.
get this guy.
Fun.
Yep. Still has the concentration. There we go. His concentration is broken.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's Alright. I'm sorry, Adrian, you're gonna get some
No
damage from
mercy.
this. Yeah, project. Shield glove. I actually missed. Alright. That gets everybody. Okay. Yep, his ward protected him. Okay, that's good.
I know your fears, girl. The unknown father, offering an embrace of fang and claw.
Die for Lady Star!
Shield glove.
Tenebra.
Oh, got some blindness again. Okay. Now let's see. I have an enemy right here. Enemy there. Okay, Astarian's gonna get opportunity attacked. By trying to hit. But she does do like a good shield blow, so. Okay. So. You know what? Let's do. A spell over here. There we go. Got rid of the blind the darkness.
I smell blood. Need to learn the hard way.
Let's frenzy up. I should have done that earlier. Go. Just a little bit closer to Hadrian, so if this guy ends up attacking, she can do Sentinel. Okay. Let's. Okay, that'll break. I don't want to break my insect plague because this guy's still in it. Yeah, let's see what I have arrow-wise. Let's give you. Not sure. Let's put a bit of damage to him.
You shall never see sunlight again!
she did not like me doing a ward on. Yeah, for Lady Shaw, you're just walking around in the insect plague. There we go.
Umbra.
Shadowheart and Astarion are in darkness again. Okay. Alec. Let's, this person. Let's work on this person.
I have to find my parents.
Okay. Will this person
Very well.
actually talk to me? I haven't left anybody alive. I've always saved the leader for last.
It seems this individual doesn't think very highly of you, but few can resist a well-timed gift.
Can I just...
Takes a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
I was just wondering because this person's probably going to be not happy if I start like looting stuff, which I do plan to do. But she wasn't quite dead, so.
I have something to ask.
Finish it. Send me to Lady Shah's embrace.
She still has answers I need.
Make it quick.
My parents. Where are they?
So blunt. Have you forgotten all the interrogation techniques I taught you? Where is the finesse?
Answer me!
They are right through that door in the Chamber of Loss, where they have been all along. You saw them many times, only we made you forget. But they didn't forget. They watched as we molded you. They watched. They wept. They bled. Often at your hand. It may not be a happy reunion, but it will be a memorable one.
Why? Why me? Why all this effort?
Lady Shah commanded me, and I obeyed. I do not question. I merely act as she wills me to. I had an enclave in Waterdeep, you know. Much grander than this. Shah ordered me to raise it. Kill all who followed me. Claim they betrayed me. When in fact, I slew those who showed nothing but loyalty. Shah had me do that. And I did. To cover my tracks. To usher in you.
What are you talking about?
You became my mission. To take a child of Selûne's and turn her over to Lady Shah. To show that all light fades and darkness will prevail in the end. All this was to make you into what the Dark Lady needed you to be. The planning. The training. Those deaths in Waterdeep. It was all to groom you to replace me at her right-hand side. And still you threw it away.
You expecting sympathy?
Sympathy is for the weak. I merely wanted to say my piece. I wanted her to know the cost of her education. Now,
Do what you will.
What do you want to do, Shadowheart?
I want to see my parents. And I don't care what happens to this one. She's been in my head long enough already. Do what you like. I know you'll choose well.
What are you doing? Come back and finish this yourself. You owe me that.
Let go, Mother. Embrace loss.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill her.
I draw near, my lady.
Starion approved. Nobody disapproved, so. Okay. So we are going to save it. And then we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break before we start looting, because this is actually quite a lengthy loot again. So we'll come back after a break to start on that. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. And we're back. Okay, let's get looting. Start with this guy over here. Now, all this armor I'm going to be sending to camp because I'm pretty sure I will get over encumbered if I do not, like on all my characters. So, armor's going to be sent to camp, and everything else I'll divide amongst my characters. See, this weighs 17 pounds a piece. Okay, that's obscured. Okay, so I'm not going to use that. Goes to camp. A mace. Let's see. When foe hits you with melee attack, you can use your reaction, dealing prone. Saving throws against spells. It's actually a really good shield. Let's take this. I'm encumbered now. But Shadowheart is just an improvement on your mace. Deals more damage. Bring strength to 18. If I really care about the strength to 18. You know what, I think I'm going to keep my Lathander's mace. It does less primary damage, but I do have a free resurrect per long rest. And I do have potential to blind others, and I have a +1 to weapon enchantment, plus have Sunbeam, which I will need in a later fight. So let's send that to camp. I'm going to get all these scrolls back in. My scroll bag. Scroll back. Scroll back. Did I give you any scrolls? I don't know that I did. I think these are all the ones to sell. Yeah, okay. Alright, and shield. I might give this one. I think I'll give this one to Shadowheart because I have this one, but it prevents critical attacks. I don't know that I necessarily want to get rid of that now. So let's put this. So I'll send that to camp now. Okay, and let's get my ring back. I think I can send that to camp. Let's read this. Yeah,
Light on my feet. Let's have a look. holding.
Destroyed a table or something over here. Nope, don't talk to Karlak.
Did you... Are you talking to me?
No. Trying to see if there's anything else on the floor that I want to pick up. I think I destroyed a table that was like over here or something. So that silver plate came from. Alright. So here. Okay. Nice. Back. Okay. That's most of the bodies. It's all the bodies, actually. Alright, so let's go to the armory. Alright. And here we go. Time to start just picking up all the stuff. And I'm just gonna get encumbered until I can't move anymore.
Behind those crates, it looks like there's no...
Let's unload some of this stuff. Oh, actually, armor's easy to come by. Okay, so let's give this to Karlak. Shadowheart. Shadowheart. Let's do Astarion. I'll read these and I'll give these to Astarion. Yeah, that's just a cheap thing. He's crack. What about this shield? Studded shield +1. I actually think I have plenty of those back at camp, so we'll sell that to get that shadow heart. Okay.
Open up.
Everybody get ready for a loot session. It's just the first of many rooms we'll be looting.
Here we go.
Okay, there's a barricade here.
What's cooking?
Best thing to do is have your
Eat it!
tank just take it out. Yeah.
All right. What now? Best be on my way.
A little hideaway. Why does this place seem so familiar?
A mirror that steals memories. Very Sharon.
I'll take that.
Okay, that's it in this little cave. It's mostly like a story kind of scene, like some backstory. So it seems like Shadowheart met up with somebody up in that cave, and because she left a note basically saying they're going to take me in front of the mirror again. I don't want to forget. I think I might have a key for this. I do not. Okay, Starian, get to do some lockpicking. Shadowheart. Just gonna do this, it's easier. And rotten cheese, well, I'll take it. Alright, everybody get off the table. I'll follow my bad behavior. There, there's here. Read to these books. Pass them on. Let's go across the way.
Another step forward.
As you see, that fight actually went really well. So it looks like barely anybody took some damage, and I didn't do any heals or drink any potions that fight. So it actually went really well. But you have to kind of, if that fight takes you by surprise and you're not prepared, it can go south really quickly. Oh, we have somebody here. Let's talk to them.
Shadowheart? I wasn't sure if I'd ever lay eyes on you again. It's me, Nocturne. Do you remember?
Remind me?
We trained together. We used to be close. I'm glad to see you're all right.
I don't remember you.
Oh. A pity. Perhaps we can talk some more later? That is, if you're not about to turn on me. It seems you no longer walk in the Dark Lady's shadow.
Say nothing.
Shah condemned me. By her decree, you and I are enemies.
Only if you wish us to be. You may not remember, but we shared a lot together once. Good times. Hard times. I will not turn on you, even if it angers Lady Shah.
That's good enough for me. I'm not sure what I expected coming back to this place. Certainly not a friend. There must be all sorts you can tell me. Things I can't even remember.
There are, but with the Mother Superior gone, I don't know if I can stay here to reminisce. Perhaps there's another enclave out there for me.
You don't need Shah.
You don't, perhaps. Not everyone is as brave. I'll leave come tomorrow. Come see me before then. I was working as quartermaster. I can sell you some things to aid you. And we can catch up.
Okay, I think that it's meant to kind of hint that this is the person that Shadowheart was meeting in that little place we just saw. It's so dark. And light. Anything here? Nope. It's meant that this was the person she was meeting. I think it's hinted that they were romantic partners.
Githyanki. Part of the Sharan's preparations to seize the astral prism, no doubt.
shards were working for the Githyanki, or with the Gith. Okay, so I don't know if they were getting the
These jewels. Why do I remember these, of all things? A gift from Solda Nessela, Mother Superior said. Curious. I could never quite tell if she was Dark Justicia Helm. I wanted one of my own so badly. Hard to imagine now.
So I don't know if they were getting it to like bribe the Githyanki or just to kind of snub their nose at the Githyanki. I'm not sure why.
These are all about me. 40 years of my life, documented like I was some sort of specimen.
But that's how that's how the Shards found out about the prison. Is they had a Githyanki prisoner that they tortured for information. Huh. Peekaboo. Don't know why I'm peekabooing all of a sudden. Okay. Forge, why not? Cinnamon roll. Silverware isn't
Let's see.
Flatware isn't silver, so it's getting that. Okay. Here. Here. Yeah, see, I can take her to our hideaway and remind her of herself. Okay. So yeah. Little hideaway was for Nocturne and Shadowheart.
I need a quick word.
Greetings. Do you seek to trade? As Shadowheart's friend, I'll extend the privilege to you as well.
Where? Quartermaster, and you have no weapons. Okay. Alright, let's see the potions that you have. That's all you have that I want. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I want to keep this onyx. What else? I don't have enough money for my expensive books. Most of my scrolls are going to have to wait too if I want to get rid of stuff that weighs, weighing me down. sold something I didn't want to sell. Where is it? Die? Buy back. Die. Okay. So die. Where's the scrolls? I'm gonna get Carlex. Okay, that looks like all I can sell.
Be sure to get everything you need. Come tomorrow, I'll be gone.
So yeah, if you do a long rest, she is no longer here. And let's go here. I'm gonna go in this room, and I cannot remember I actually need to do this puzzle or not, since I do think I have looted the key. So let's try the key first. Let's try to... Oh, I'm over encumbered. Nope. I'm still over encumbered. Why am I so over encumbered? Oh, I think I have to... Let's see. Let's split this. Alright. Historian. Alright, let's give this to me to sell. Let's give this to Historian. Let's give this to Shedheart. Still over encumbered because I've just... determine what I can... It's good enough for now. Like, why am I not reaching here? It's because I was... Yeah, okay. So I didn't need to, do this. If you do not have the key, you have to, quote-unquote, sacrifice stuff on this pedestal. So that's what the ox I just looted was for. You have to toss that in with that black diamond I just looted, but since I have the key, I can take the, black diamond and, keep the ox as well.
I see my parents. Gods, what's been done to them?
Actually, let's go back up here. Get to her parents in a minute. I need to go around looting stuff. Here's get Yankee.
What's hiding here?
This to Carl to sell. And I think think it's alright to start.
A Githyanki. Head removed. They tortured her for information, and then made sure the corpse couldn't help anyone else.
Yeah, the reason to cut off his head so speak with dead wouldn't work. If somebody had found the corpse and you speak with dead, they could maybe have found out some information. Okay, that's not lootable. Okay. There to loot. There to loot. Let's back here. Let's go see Shadowheart's parents. Like, what can I'm not getting the talk to thing.
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jan. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone. It's over.
It is not over. You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you try to step away from me, every time you try to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself. And for them.
She's just trying to spite your victory.
Victory? Your victory is but a guttering candle in the dark. Temporary. Inconsequential.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you!
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Shah's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shah will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured. To see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
Okay, so basically you can free her parents, who've basically lost, I think it's 40 years of their lives being tormented, and as you can see, her mother, who is human, is kind of like did not fare well under the torture, so she's still there, but she's kind of like addle-minded at times, I think is the suggestion. So she can rescue them, or she can free herself from the curse. So if she rescues him, she will be like her hand that has been hurting her throughout the entire game will continue for the rest of her life. And given that she is a half elf, like that's hundreds of years that she could live, like in almost like pain at least once a day. They have suggested, or her father says that he doesn't want her to suffer for years and years, and they are fine, like going to Saluna in the afterlife, or whatever it is they believe. We have to tell her, so you can either free your parents, or you can be free of the painful curse. Can't have both.
No, I can't. I came here for them.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was. And still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach, and we'll be at peace.
But I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
Okay, so I have had her rescue them a couple of times. You do need pretty high rolls, I think, in persuasion. And if you succeed, they come back to your camp for the rest of the game, and then so they stay at your camp. But I have failed that roll, and I decided to let's just see what happens. I tend to find that is a fine ending too. Like it's not a I would call a bad or evil ending. So yeah, this is your choice. I think this is what I ended up choosing. This is your choice. You don't need me to tell you what's right.
I didn't come this far just to give up at the final hurdle. We're leaving this place together. I'm going to take care of you.
Our time has passed, Jennifer. You must not let us burden you.
You're no burden. You're my strength. I think I know where my willful side comes from now.
But...
Hush, Arnel. Jen wants her family. Jen shall have her family.
Okay, so this did not go the same way.
How can we help, dear?
So I don't know if it's a conversation I had that I chose a different answer to, or maybe like her friendship level is slightly different than it was in the last playthrough. But this is not the same outcome to that conversation choice that I had before. So she freed her parents, and she's gonna live with the curse.
Get out of this place as soon as your strength allows. There's a camp. You'll be safe there.
In the other ending that I had, like I say, I want to say this is the exact same conversation choice that I made before, so I don't know what's her friendship level at? Let's see. Shadowheart. friendship level, I think, is maxed. So maybe it was just very good last time, and it changed the outcome here. Unless that was like a post-patch thing that they did. I don't know. But in the other ending, where she frees herself from the curse, her parents basically turn into, I can't remember what it's called. Is it moon orbs? They turn on like to little orbs that the Selûnites use for like guidance to Selûna's path or something. So the implication was that they would kind of keep guiding her through life as these little orbs every now and then. But let's talk to Shadowheart.
Everything that's happened. Shah, my parents. It's almost too much to take in. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
Okay, so she's basically giving us the heads up that she is going to want to have a talk at some point.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Okay, over here. I don't think they're actually includable except the bosses, but this is the Mirror of Loss. I just want to see if anybody has a conversation. Cute about it. Nope. But this is basically what you would stand in front of. And your memories would be taken. And so I am not going to click on that mirror because I think you have to do kind of like some saving throws or something to keep your memories intact. So I'll just leave that dangerous, dangerous mirror alone. Okay, so we are headed up to those earlier doors we're at, where I said we would loot them later. Just make sure that all of these corpses have been looted. They have. Okay. On the sides over there. Here. The people who were on the like the front desk area, I'm going to running into them.
Here goes nothing.
Interrogation room. Some fancy clothes. To see how those look. Body parts. What Shadowheart is a bottle of congealed blood. He doesn't like congealed blood. It's not fresh enough.
I think I might have hurt people here. Learned how to break their bodies. Their spirits. Quiet in here now. But it wasn't always so. Screams rang off these walls. I swear I can almost hear them.
Okay, so this is that other side of that wall that I pointed out earlier, where you could like break through it. Okay. That to garlic. Okay. Now let's go to the infiltration training room. like, can I steal this outfit? Nope. I can get all these helmets.
A cunning disguise can serve a warrior of the Dark Lady better than any armor. That's what they always told us. I think this was my favorite part. Putting these on. Pretending to be someone else. I suppose.
Well, Shadowheart, for a limited time, you can hold all of these helmets and hats. And I guess play dress up in your mind with them.
Maybe I need more pockets.
What that did, that little piece of paper, told us that, basically the Sharn had seen Lord Gotesh go to the, ritual at the Devil's Fee, its building. And then that's how Gortash got to a portal to the Hells. So, the plan is now that we will go to the Devil's Fee and ask for a portal to the Hells into the House of Hope. So we can get the Orphic Hammer for ourselves. We don't need Raphael to give it to us. We can go steal it directly from him.
Anything of use?
Or steal it directly from his abode. This to Shepard, this to Astarion, this to Astarion. And we
All's well that ends not as
any
bad
of
as it
these
could
keep
have.
a pickup just outright abuse. Alright,
What now?
Astarion, let's do some lock picking. Can't remember if there's actually anything in these. They're empty and they're just locked for training purposes.
Hardly a challenge.
This one has alchemy ingredients. Those. Yep, there is stuff in them. Okay. Now we're gonna go upstairs and get to another fight.
Moving in. Better not be cursed.
Our hostiles out here now. Okay, so of course, Harry's blocking the door. cannot shoot through the hole. Here.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Go this way. Let's just do a fireball at you.
You've made a grave mistake.
Okay.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
Karlak. Oh. Oh.
Incoming.
Here. Okay, I made another little hole for myself. A block path. Okay. Guy coming in. This way. Oh, blinded again. Person needs to come in. Can you get by?
Moving.
Can. Okay, you need to do a cutting dash. See if we can get you killed. Well, at least to burn out darkness, if nothing else. Okay, we'll move out of the way.
Got to concentrate.
Just come here. Set you on fire. Out of the way.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Set you more on fire. And let's come over here. Don't know that Karlak actually can get to this guy. He's still outside, so he just go here. And let's just do some stabbing. Okay.
No time to rest.
Close these doors.
Let's see what this does.
This is technically stealing.
Best get in and out.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Yeah. This is all the stuff that you can actually buy from her. Oh, these books. Okay, so crack. Painting. These four real quick. Start in. Let's read these now.
Sounds like there's gold inside. Their proceeds?
Might be useful. Never wanted the easy path.
There. Besides the plant, can it
What's inside?
die? In here.
I'll give it a shot.
And loot some more books.
Hiding in plain sight.
Well, we don't need that. Says if you sneak in, don't bother doing the mapping of the heart thing. Quick look at camp gear. Kind of looks like the same. Like the same pattern. Not quite. These two have kind of like the same pattern. Mostly. Let's see what this look like. Yeah, so this is Starrins. He has the Eminent Obsidian outfit, but I think that the kind of patterns are the same. Let me combine it with this one. Let's see what that looks like. So do I like that one better? This one. What's this pattern again? It's a slightly different pattern. Actually, it's mostly the same pattern, so it looks the same. I think I actually like the fancier, slightly fancier patterned one. Okay, so let's turn that back off. Here. Okay. Then what would you look like? That would be black and white. Let's combine. This. Okay. What would this one look like? Dyed. I can't really picture it until I see the dye. Okay, yeah, no, that does not work nearly as well. Okay. Alright. And garlic. Got that. That one. It's kind of the same as what you have. So do I want you like more in a plain clothes or fancy? I think I actually want you more in a plain clothes. That's what you had on earlier. No, this. There you go. You don't look right in fancy outfit. Okay, so let's get this to Shadowheart to sell. Alright. I think I can stop hiding because I've done all the looting I need to do.
One day I'll catch a break.
Darkness shan't find thee, the shadows despair.
I'm going to
This could just be good.
do some selling.
We do not yet know whether this spirit is malevolent.
So
Look around you.
let's go to.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful.
Force me into the same life. You can go when I'm through.
Go to
What it used to be.
Taylor up here. Whoa!
Just as rich as the day I
What was
married.
that?
Printing block has never been so hot.
Leapfrogged over a building.
Scandals, vandals, where to buy sandals. It's all here in the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. The Gazette of Deer keeps the ignorance of fear.
We haven't cleaned up this place yet.
Get a killer look when you shop pacemaker fashion.
So that's on the floor too.
slogan you've come up with yet.
Welcome back, friend. The fine, very good, sir.
Okay, you do have money. Okay, take a quick peek at your dies because, like I said, for some reason I thought there was a like a green and white or a green and silver kind of dye. May just be misremembering. Where's your Slytherin color dye? Come on. Okay, well, no dye from you. Sell you a bunch of stuff though. Did I sell you something expensive? What did I sell you that was so expensive? Oh. Could pull these books apparently. Well, these books are expensive. Okay, well. Okay, the books, you definitely want to loot the books from the Star Place because they're worth a friggin' buttload. At least to this guy, they're worth a friggin' buttload. Make sure I can buy my cheese too for some reason. Oh, that's right, I moved them. But they did not go in the bag for some reason. So I got tons of food, I'll just sell it. 14 gold. Guess I'll just take this. Yeah.
Now remember, fashion's a fickle mistress.
When you shop, pacemaker
I wonder if this guy is a separate vendor.
That's the most tasteless slogan you've come up with yet. Great job.
I'm ever so glad Master Figaro was saved. I'd have been out of a job otherwise.
Okay, no, you do not sell stuff. Alright. There is another vendor. Actually, there's two in here, so it's about selling some stuff to these guys.
Those clanking great steel watches. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says.
Welcome back, my darling. Are we feeling ruby, amethyst, malachite? Tell me. I'm here for all your glittering needs.
Show me what you have. Okay. Stuff. Okay. Alright. So you're not paying me quite as much. That expensive one. Alright. Already down to 83. Let's 21. Oh. No.
Remember, a life without glitter is no life at all. Take care now.
Okay, let's go upstairs because there's a separate vendor up there. How did I get over encumbered? Oh, probably all the gold. Getting. I'm so rich. Okay, split this for now. Send to camp. Still over encumbered? I'm not, but I think when you split gold and give it away, it doesn't register unless you, like, move this. There. Back. See, I'm not over encumbered anymore, so it's a weird little glitch going on.
Delighted to see you again. I've been working on some new musical additions. If you'd like to take a look.
Let's see. Okay. He only has 1,000. Such expensive books. Not enough gold for that. I wanted to sell these. Yes. Can't sell those to him. Not enough gold. 19. That's 1. So 18. Okay, nothing worth 10. What were these scrolls? Oh. Too expensive. Okay.
Thank you for coming to my little shop. I hope you have a wondrous day.
Okay. Downstairs. It's taking us quite a while to get these stuff sold.
A man cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by juvenile thugs.
Oh, come
must be a bit of a squeeze.
What's the matter with you, Freshie? I know you're green, but you don't have to turn green, eh?
He attacked that bottle like someone was gonna give him a medal for it.
Boy's all grown up now.
Run through the park. Come on.
And what were your general feelings on the book? The ringing reed.
Where in the hell has Tamrin got to?
This job's a six-hander. Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with Archduke Gortash.
What's he got to say for himself?
Exactly. You're gonna face me like a man, or hide away like a child. Decapitated. Hands down.
Cheese. Okay. Let's do some selling.
Easier to don some armor than learn to swing a sword.
Okay.
If you can manage the extra weight, that is.
You do have a bit of money. Very expensive books. 352. That 63. That's all you can afford to buy from me.
The way I see it.
This vendor.
Something caught your eye then? Careful. Most of my wares can take an eye right out.
Yeah, you do not have any hand crossbow improvements for me. And humanoid dragon. I think I'm actually okay. I have 3 more dragon slaying arrows. I think that's going to be enough for later. Okay, let's get started. And let's actually finish clearing out Karlak. Let's get started on these scrolls. It's 50, 924, 38, 308, and then 138 times 2. 50. That too.
My weapons won't be beat. Tell your friends. Hell, tell your enemies if you like.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead into Source of Sundries. Because there's a vendor in there as well. So this plaza is a good spot to do all of your daily sales. Just because there's so many vendors here. Oh, now his projection.
Let me introduce myself. I am Roland, the new ruler of Ramazith's Tower. All deals and sales made under previous ownership will be honored. I hope you enjoy this curated selection of goods for all your magical needs.
Okay. So these are like auto projections. They're not really listening. So I'd like to buy something.
Take your time.
Okay, so he just has a bunch of scrolls. I don't think we really need any. So sell him our own scrolls. Oh, insufficient gold. Okay.
Thank you for visiting Sorceress Sundries.
So I'm actually going to swing by camp.
Something good here, I hope.
On my map. here. Let's do type. Okay, so let's collect, 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 collect. Okay. This armor we stuck in here. Right. Leave camp.
Welcome back, valued customer. Take your time.
Okay. So he has some gold amount I don't know about. Let's try the this heavy stuff first. Those are 1.8, that's 5. These for sure. It's that one. 95. So I have this and this stack of scrolls. I think that's all I have that I need to sell.
Thank you for visiting Sorceress Sundries.
Okay. We're going in here.
Sorry, Victus. Look, Mama, look. It's so pretty. Truly pretty. Get them right here. Maya, Fortio. The printing block has never been.
I'm encumbered. I'm encumbered because I have too much gold again.
Noble stock is why the customers came. Go on then.
Now, this is a person who is perpetually poor for some reason. Only 18 gold. Let's see. Potion ingredients. Anything for anything. What do I actually want to make? No. Take these potions off again, so I'll give you some cash. More ingredients. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay. So you have 308. It's not enough to buy these scrolls, but it is enough to buy this armor, obviously. Okay. Split this again. Send to camp. Split this. I'm over-encumbered. Let me look at my quests. Okay, so I still need to go to the House of Hope. Thinking of Jahira's quest line. think what we're going to do... I'm trying to decide, do I want to do Astarian's companion quest next, or Jahir's companion quest next? Yeah, I'm gonna do Astarian's companion quest next. So... Teleport point. This is the House of... Way to the House of Hope. That's Cazador's place. So I think I need to actually enter this room right here. This door here.
Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Nice day out here. Considering.
Central watchtower of the Flaming Fists.
Yeah, so you need to go into this watchtower. Or I guess technically you could bypass this if you like cast fly on your people. Upstairs. Up on the wall now. I'm going to go to the end this way. As you can see, this is theft detected in the chest. I don't actually think there's anything all that great in here.
Softer than a whisper. At the ready.
Just open that real quick because I didn't want... Caught stealing and these guys were on the way. The person's still crying for a mummy. Okay.
Considering an army of cultists is on its way to cut our throats.
Food, thank you. So this is theft. We've entered theft territory now. Let's see. Let's give this to Shadowheart. Here. Go. This is Shadowheart, not Astarian. Go. I'm actually going to do a long rest in a second.
I'll give it a shot.
I kind of want to,
I can sneak in here. Security shouldn't be too tight. A few charmed innocents, maybe.
Come to think of it, Tamrin really didn't seem the type to just bugger off.
So, going to be, just kind of get us prepped for the next. I didn't want to do that. Open. Is there anything actually in there? No. I said no, so I'll drop it. Okay. This girl. Nothing I want.
What's inside?
Over here. Let's go up the ladder.
This is the palace of Cazador Zar. Entry is forbidden. Leave now, citizen.
The guard's words are clear, but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. She must be one of the charmed thralls Astarion mentioned.
Okay, so we're going to try and talk our way out of this because, like you said, probably innocence. So let's try deception. Don't know if this is going to work. We'll try. There we go. Sure, it passed.
Of course. Whatever the master desires. Enter freely, and of your own will.
Okay, so these are all charmed people. So we're not going to thieve in here. Stuff theft. I don't care about that theft, but what's in the chest?
Should mind my step.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with Archduke Gortash.
These boots have seen everything.
Okay. Something. Finish getting in here, Carlec. Close this door. Go. Okay. Need more booze, so I'll just leave that there. Booze. Books. Let's read. So, yeah, this is the way to Cazador's Place.
Let's see what
Gonna
this
basically
does.
do what I can.
Vampire dens. What should I expect?
Vampires would be a safe bet.
Hilarious. You belong on stage. Perhaps the blood-stained sort, with a hooded man standing by, axe in hand.
So long as there's a cheering crowd. As for vampire dens, I'd brace your nose. They can be very organic.
I love that line. What can I expect in a vampire den? Well, vampires would be a safe bet. Okay. You want to get past the door for now because there is a...
Well, that's suspiciously welcoming.
The door unlocked. He's like, yeah, that's not suspicious at all, is it? Okay. It's pouch open. And nothing's in it. Why'd you even put it here, Larian? There's a beehive here too as well. Okay, so let's go here. Let's do a long rest. I want to have like max saves spell slots, like short rest slots and health slots and all this other stuff. Okay. So does anybody anything to say to me? Astarion, let's get
Already
you
feeling better.
bloody happied up for tomorrow.
Credit where it's due. Shadowheart is tenacious. And tougher than I expected. Pain can break anyone. But she bore it well, and got what she wanted. Even if she's damned herself to a lifetime of that same pain.
You can feed on me tonight, if you like.
Then I'll see your delicious self tonight.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to have a Shadow Hearts cutscene tonight. Let's go to bed and see. Because you know she told us to give her a night. Everything just worth 3. You're worth 6. Mm. 1, 15, 5. Piece. I think that's one thing that the patch is supposed to fix. Like if you just need one of these, if you click on it, it'll wait. It only takes what you need to get to 40. It's what's supposed to. One of the things supposed to be happening in the next patch. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay, we do get her cutscene.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am.
Do you feel anything?
I don't know. For so long I only felt what she wanted me to. Now I have to do it for myself and I feel like I'm drowning.
You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Give it time.
So much time's been lost already. Most of it I can't even remember. And what I do remember, it would have been so much easier to just become a monster. I have my family back. And now I can't even look them in the eye. I don't deserve to be anyone's daughter.
Please stop crying at me.
That's not true.
Not even close.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this.
Alive? Free? Feeling? I've dreamt for years of seeing you like this.
Seeing you as yourself again, Jen. It kept us going all this time.
I can't be your Jennifer. Not as you remember her.
Of course you can.
No. I'd be turning my back on too much. Shadowheart is as much a part of who I am as Jennifer. I can't just forget her. That's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. Can't cast a shadow without some light. Don't worry. I'm still your daughter. If you want me to be.
I'll call you whatever you like, so long as you're happy. Arnell?
The Moon Maiden guides and helps us find our true selves. Shadowheart. Daughter.
Yeah, cry on them. awkward as fuck. Looking at it. Okay, one thing I did forget to do is see her parents. Parents should be somewhere here in camp. Scale. Bella, Zora, Yenna. Is her parents over here? Yes, her parents are over here. Next to the baths, which for some reason they don't take one because they stay in these like raggedy looking clothes the entire time. Let's talk to Dad first.
I'm starting to feel like my old self again. And Shadowheart, has been able to unbottle some of the feelings that Shah denied to her. A great deal of damage was done to our family, but we can still heal.
Kind of wish that like after, like if they come to your camp, they at least clean up, and then like if you're staying in the hotel, maybe they have better clothes. So he's a lycanthrope. Yeah, Shadowheart's over here.
I am. But with Seluna's guidance, I learned how to control the beast long ago. I only let it loose again when my family was threatened. Unfortunately, I was unable to stop what befell us, as neither elf nor wolf.
Okay, so he's a lycanthrope, with an elf and a lycanthrope and a worshiper of Selune. Okay. What comes next?
My wife will need care. I wish to find somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. And Shadowheart, too, may wish to join us, perhaps, once she's helped you put down this absolute threat. I've gleaned enough from word around this camp to know you're more than capable. You will prevail.
Okay, so yeah, they've been trapped basically underground for 40 years.
I think things will be better now that we've talked to Shadowheart. Much time was lost, but no more. Now we can be there for our daughter.
Okay, how do you feel?
Old. I was a young woman when they seized me. Arnel and I hoped Jen would be joined by siblings. But that dream's gone now. And there's a stranger in the mirror. But I still have my teeth. That first apple was worth the wait.
What comes for you now?
Now this old lady will be getting in the way in your fine camp, I'm afraid. Don't worry. I shall pull my weight and help how I can. After so long in captivity, it feels good to use my hands again.
Take a bath first. Like I have the soap. I kind of want to just take the soap in my inventory. Can I throw it at you and will that clean you up? Answer is no, but... Alright. So let's get in camp. Let me check something. Trying to see if there's a remove curse on me. Maybe there's a potion that can remove the curse. It's a condition, I think. Condition. Antidotes. That's just poison. Have some. poison or disease. Does that take care of it? It does not take care of it. So it wouldn't be that area because that does poison. No, that's right. No. Oh well. Okay, so Shadow Heart. Just do remove curse on. Oh no, no, it's not a curse. Sorry. It is this. That's a restoration.
Let the pain fade.
Takes to blow myself. I'm trying to give myself all the advantages I can. Right.
No one's stopped me yet.
I want you to drink Battle Mage's Power. Garlic, I want you to drink this Bloodlust Elixir. Shadowheart, do you have an elixir on you? No, you have a weapon coating. Astarion, you have the elixir of viciousness. Drink that. Shadowheart. I have one more Battle Mage's Power elixir. Let's open this. Don't need strength. I don't need resistances really. Well, actually, necrotic. Necrotic could come in handy, so let's drink this. Alright, and before we log off, it is alchemy time. 3 recipes. Potion of invisibility. Don't need it. Elixir. Arcane cultivation superior. Don't need that at the moment. Okay, that's good enough for now. Maid coatings. Oh, I got oil of freezing. We should probably like the oil of combustion. Yeah. So it just does ice damage instead. Okay. So that's. I think there's one more thing I was going to do. Now I can't remember what it is. Oh. I accidentally hit Astarion's night clothes still checked. That's one thing I need to sell these two. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, no, I think I'm good. Alright, I think I'm good. Let's leave camp. And then we are going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure, like I said in the beginning, I'm not sure when I'll be streaming next because we have some tropical storm possible impacts coming in the next few days, so it all depends on how that storm goes, which will depend on when I'm streaming next, because I'm not going to be streaming if there's a high chance I'll get like just disconnected by a wind, like lightning, whatever storm reasons, so we'll see how it goes, but I will post on Twitter when I'm going to be streaming like a 4-hour warning, so follow me on there if you want that heads up. And in the next episode, we will be starting by entering Castor-Zar's palace, and we will see Astarion's quest continued, or his companion quest continued. I do not think there will be much time for anything in the next stream after that, but if we do finish, then I will probably do Jahir's companion quest after that. Alright, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!